Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. And on today's health report, I want to talk about cirrhosis of the liver. Most people will tell you that if you get cirrhosis of the liver, you are 99% chance of being an alcoholic. Now, that's only part of the story. Today we're going to talk about the specialized liver damage that happens from the foods that we eat. Fried foods, processed meats such as ham and bacon, luncheon meats, canned meats such as potted meat and Spam and so on, all contribute. So does sugar. Now this is beet and cane sugar, and I've talked about the poisons of that on many shows. Sugary drinks, very bad idea. Now, I also have talked about white flour, white bread, and pastas. That's your noodles, your macaronis, your spaghettis, and so on. Pastries, that can be anything from cake to donuts to cookies. When you're talking about white bread, you can be talking about things such as biscuits and rolls. And then also processed foods. You know, you get them in a can or a jar or a plastic container, and they have a list of ingredients a mile long. Even if you don't drink, but you do a number of these other things repeatedly on this list, it's going to eventually turn into cirrhosis of the liver. That's a bad thing to have to say, but it's unfortunately the truth. I am not an alcoholic, but I did all these other things for years and years, and I wound up with cirrhosis of the liver. Now, the good thing is this. I've had a heart problem since I was 26 or 27. And I felt like the heart problem was only getting worse because I had all kinds of symptoms on that. However, I've been on this diet for a year, the intermittent fasting diet. And interestingly enough, the heart problem has gone away. In the testing the other day, the doctor told me that my heart is now fine. Now, I have two lung disorders, and one of them I've had all my life. The other one I started dealing with when I was in my early 30s. And it's a bad one. It's COPD. But the thing of it is that both of them are improving with the diet as well. Now, the cirrhosis, and I've told you I've been sick since 1997. I believe that the cirrhosis of the liver is also going to turn around. I believe that things are going to be fine in that capacity. Go over the list of things that I gave you today. If you have heart problems, if you have lung problems, if you have liver problems, possibly kidney problems, and a lot of these things, the list that I gave you right there, which is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different items, is most likely the reason why you're having problems. And you should kind of research that for yourself to kind of see what is going on. And then check out the intermittent fasting kind of diet that I'm doing and see if possibly it might be right for you. Now, when you start talking to people about it, a lot of people will tell you, oh, that's a bad way to go. The thing of it is that even at my age, and I'm very advanced in age, the intermittent fasting, which a lot of people said, oh, senior citizens shouldn't be on that. It has actually helped me, and I am feeling better than I have in a long time. As as I said, the heart situation has reversed. I'm seeing evidence that the lung situation, especially the COPD, is starting to get better. And I believe that the asthma situation, which I've come close to death with asthma several times, I believe that that is also going to reverse. And also, I believe that the cirrhosis, now in October, I'm going back to see the doctor again. I'm going to have some more testing in that regard, and it'll give me an opportunity at that time to see if things are beginning to reverse. I really believe that staying on this diet program, I'm staying away from most of that stuff that's on that list, and I think that the liver cirrhosis is also going to reverse. Fatty livers become liver cirrhosis. What can you do? I mean, that is the way it is. Most of the things that were on that list are things that I did partly because of the fact that at my financial status, my level of economy, those were the things that I had to eat. At least I thought so. I probably could have done better with some other things, maybe some other choices. But we all have to think about that because cirrhosis of the liver is no way to go. And it's no wonder that I have been sick with the heart problem, the lung issues, and the cirrhosis of the liver. It's no wonder I've been sick for the last 30 years. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I want you to have a good day. And one of the ways you can do that is by having a good diet and good health.